Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up using code Hawkeye and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, and the best daily promotions in the business. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matters more than ever. Remember to use code Hawkeye and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. Place your money line, prop, or parlay bets with the king of sportsbooks today. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Iowa only. New customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hashtag no music, no intro. It's been a while. Another episode, hashtag Saints Twitter podcast coming at you. Oh, Ryan. Like, besides like the Ramcheck thing, like, do we get good news like as Saints fans, bro? Does it exist?
I don't know, man. Like, we just get like the best news we get is like just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like the best news we get is like
that.
during, like if we watching a game and a player goes off injured, and then someone reports like, oh, it's not a major injury, they'll be available like the next game. Like that's
right. It's just like, woo.
That's it, bro. So we got another episode. Training camp starts in I think like 10 days or some shit like that, which is fucking wild. But we got to talk about, the news that's happened over the last week or so. I'm going to start off with we'll talk about the Marcus Williams extension that did not happen under the franchise tag. So he will be playing the season out under the franchise tag, what that potentially can mean in the future. But we got to talk about this David Oneyamata suspension, bruh. 6 games. He was taking a substance that was banned on the list. It's potentially that he got 6 games, a longer extension because of what happened with the whole marijuana situation. What was that, like a year ago?
Right.
I don't even know, man. That's huge news.
Yeah, man. That's one of your best, this defense is dependent on the D-line to really shine since we have holes at linebacker and cornerback. So
he might be
depending
the
on
best
the D-line too.
He might be our best.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's one of the best defensive players on the team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of those guys. Like, he's a core player. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why they extended him. They paid him big money. And they paid him big money, and it was like, oh, okay. Like, nobody scoffed at it, And this is a dude that played, didn't know how to play football pretty much. Like, he didn't play football coming in. He played a little football in Canada, but, for all intents and purposes, he didn't play football, So, and they developed him, and he's become a really good player. So, I mean, that's 6 games. Like, when I first saw it, that he was getting suspended, I was like, I literally looked at it, and I was like, damn. And I just went, moved on. It's like, like, whatever. But then when I saw the 6 games, I was like, damn, like, that hurt. Like, they got you. I was like, what, 6 games? Then somebody reminded me about they reminded me about the marijuana suspension. I was like, oh, I forgot about that. I didn't even, that's just how crazy the Saints fandom has been lately. So much shit happens. It's like, I forgot he got hit for that. So it's like man, like that hurts. Like, that hurts. Like, the defense was already at a point where it couldn't take any more losses. It just needed more games, honestly. Like, it needed more additions. Even like, we're getting to Richard Sherman at some point, or Gerald Conley, or just, we're not even talking about like great cornerbacks. It just needed like some more additions. but it really didn't need like losing one of the best players on the defense.
No, not at all. And they couldn't afford it. And people gonna have to step up, man. Like let's just be honest. Like there's no way that they can replace him. I'm pretty sure there'll be an undrafted defensive tackle that they keep, but like Shad Tuttle,
Malcolm Roach,
like they gotta step up, bro. Like
they're gonna have to be like 60-70% players. They have to play some snaps, bro. They're going to move some players. Like I know it's been talked about moving Cam Jordan inside on snaps, which he's good at. I know it was Tenor, whatever his name is.
Yes.
Tenor. He's played a lot of inside over his career. It's just gonna be one of those team efforts, man. Like it probably won't be great, but just be serviceable enough. But their run defense, man, I think Saints fans, we really have been blessed for like about 3 or 4 years of just real solid run defense. And I mean, run defense is so slept on today because
it's huge.
Shit about the run, right?
It's huge,
but
bro.
Man, I'm telling you, man, it affects everything, bro.
So if you don't think, like we know, bro. Like we know.
We know so well. We used to 4.55 yards per carry. You know what I'm saying? We used to see it as shit. So just seeing, it could be 3rd and 1 or whatever, 4th and 1, and knowing we got a defense that can stop it, man, that shit was heavy.
That was wild, bro.
Wow, man.
It was wild. Like perfect example of the run defense not being up to par. Go watch that Philly game again.
Yeah.
Some of that was quarterback running, which is different, but a lot of that was just Miles Sanders too. Like,
right.
And that
Philly had one of the best running games of this, like probably the best running game of this season.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't run the ball for shit right of that. I know they had a different quarterback, but still,
I don't know, man. It's just I feel if it wasn't for bad luck. When I have any, bro, that's how Bill feels being a Saints fan.
Does it affect your prediction? Like I know we it's a podcast. We predicted 10 wins.
Was it 10? It was like 10 or 11 when we did the schedule breakdown.
Like 10 or 11, yeah. Like 10 or 11. So.
I think 6 games, a player of his caliber, a defense has already taken as many hits in the offseason that this one has. From just a depth standpoint, I think it might cost him like a game or 2, bro. I really do.
Yeah, I can see it, bro.
Like
I can see it.
If you go
right now at least, you know what I'm
saying? Oh yeah, easily. Which, like you said earlier, like this defense couldn't afford any more losses than it got one. Do they still have?
And that's the thing. Like, we haven't even started training. We haven't even started training camp yet, so injuries are going to happen. Like that's not like me hoping for. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's just the nature of the beast. Like, it's just the nature of the beast.
So,
what was his name? He was drafted by the Bucks, and then we signed him. I can't think of his name. I think he hurt himself like last season.
Spence?
There you go.
Noah Spence?
Is he still on the team?
Is he still on the team?
I think we signed. We signed him to like a future contract. I think we did. I could be wrong.
I think you're right.
We could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we re-signed. Like he hurt himself like non-football related before last season. But I think they re-signed.
No, he's on the roster.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So let's go. I jokingly tweeted like, "Hi, Geno Atkins. Geno Atkins is out there. Like they got 11 million in cap."
Hey. I got 11 million, bro. Bring Geno Atkins in. Like, I know you've been questioned about it. Like, even if it's like 20 snaps a game, like, that's fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bring him on in.
I mean, And I know Geno has had some down seasons. I mean, I wonder how much some of that, like maybe, yes, he's lost some stuff, but maybe some of that's just like, man, I'm playing for the Bengals. And like, we've been just Bengals, garbage lately, bro. Like,
come on, man. Like, one thing I must say, bro.
I could see if they were to sign Geno Atkins. Remember that Nick Fairley season, that 1 year deal? Where I could see Geno Atkins like having like a season like that if we were to sign him.
He has Hall of Fame ability. You know, he might still go to the Hall of Fame. But he's been that good of a player. He's just been playing for the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? So no preseason, no postseason success, no nothing. So, you know, nobody really knows him. But yeah, man, he'd be like, he would be a wonderful player. It reminds me of that. Who was that veteran player we brought in years ago that was just solid? He wasn't great, but he was solid. Can't remember his name.
Hollis Thomas?
He was on the defensive line. Him too. He's another one. Like he could be like that, like just a Hollis Thomas or.
Now you got me thinking who you was talking about.
I could be tripping. Was it Malcolm Brown? That's too. It was someone else. But I'm just saying, like, just a player that can come in and just kind of be like a solid. You know, you're not asking him to be, you know, Geno Atkins of 2015 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be a guy that can come in and knows the gaps to fill. And, you know, if you get like a weak, you know, a third string guard you're going against, you could beat him. You know what I'm saying? Like, like we could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, get him. Like, that's the thing that's driving me with the Saints. Like, figure out what you want to do. You know, quote unquote, hashtag what's position. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, huh?
Like, why?
Like, do it.
Like, what do you have to lose?
Snacks Harrison, he's still out there. Like, I don't know.
They're Aggie just to be Aggie. Like, at this point, it's not like, oh, like, let's wait till training camp to see which team cuts some. Like, no, bro. Like, go get him, like, right now. Like, he's a free agent. Like,
right.
What are you waiting for?
Free agent.
In the worst case is he comes in, he can fill pretty well for David Oneyamata. The best case is, like, what if he comes in and he's like old Geno Atkins, and then you get David, like that's the best case scenario. Like, what do you have to lose?
Right.
It makes no sense to me. I think this suspension may cost him a game or two. I really do. Because we still don't know who's going to be at cornerback 2. It may have been Richard Sherman a couple of, a week or so ago. Now, don't know. Like, he's going through, his own thing, some mental health related, something like he's going through things. So I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot of holes. There's a lot of holes.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't know. At this point, I don't know if he was on the Saints' radar.
No.
But at this point, Richard Sherman, I don't think he's going to be a Saint. So, the well is dry, bro. Like it's really look. I did a podcast a few days ago. It ain't out yet. With Eric from End Zone podcast, and I was, going over the Saints, and like reality might be Paulson and Debo are playing week 1 against Aaron Rodgers if he gets older. Like, okay.
Can you imagine, bro? Don't
like, if I was Paulson and Debo, I would be shitting. Don't vex. Maybe that might help. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, oh, these niggas fast.
I don't know, man.
It's
feeling very 7-9-ish.
Ooh.
I know 7-9 isn't mathematically possible anymore, but it's just that 7-9 feeling that I used to have,
Yeah, but it's feeling ungood. Shout out to Steve Weiss. I know he a week or so ago or whatever, he got on like NFL network and was talking about like, why is no one like talking about the Saints? And like he was hyping like, and I was like, maybe we gotta holler at Steve, get him on the podcast because
I know. Much love to Steve, man. Thank you, man. Like, cause Saints fan need a little something, but damn, I'm just over here like looking like I don't know, Steve.
I don't know, Steve. It's funny you say the 7-9 thing because let's be real, right? Let's be 100% real. Offense, complete fucking wild card, bro. Like we have no clue.
We don't know,
bro.
People so many people be in my mentions. Jameis is going to be fine. Jameis is going to be good. I'm like, shut up. You don't know. You don't know. Like, you are speaking purely as a fan right now.
Like,
turn off your fandom for 5 seconds. Turn it off.
The last full season of Jameis in the NFL that we saw. Like, you can't argue this, right? This man threw for 30 touchdowns and also 30 interceptions. Like, those are facts. Like, you can't argue those.
Yeah.
He's always, not always, but like he's had good weapons. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, OJ Howard, although he's usually always injured. We just don't know. And this is not me trying to be a Jameis hater or anything like that. But like for any of us to be like, just to say with certainty of what he's going to do in this offense, no one fucking knows, man. Nobody.
No.
So that's a complete wild card.
Defensively, it's funny because the last 4 years, the defense has probably been one of the most consistent units. Yep. And the depth has taken a hit. The age has taken a hit. So just based on odds, looking at the defense, it should take a drop off. Like just the odds, because they've been playing at a pretty high level the past 4 years, man.
But here's the thing, though. For the defense to be whatever, like to sustain its consistency, the defense needs the young players that the Saints have drafted, like recently. They gotta start playing, bro, and playing well. That's it.
That's a fact.
Zach Bond, Pete Warner, 2 first, Peyton Turner, like those players have to be good. Good. Period. And if they're not good, if they're like
I even throw Keith Washington in there. Keith Washington, Shai Tuttle, Malcolm Roach, all of them, man. They gotta step it up.
Hashtag Big Creep season.
Hey, listen, I'm just saying, Big Creep. I'm saying, bro, that boy been working. Like, Big Creep might mess around be the new T-Rex. You know what I'm saying?
I'm putting this on the podcast. Put it on the podcast right now. Carl Granderson will have a better season than Marcus Davenport this upcoming season. I said it, bro.
So Big Creep gonna have a better season than 2 firsts. Man.
I am saying it. I am not taking it back. I believe that.
Here's a question for you. Will 2 first junior Peyton Turner have a better season than Marcus Davenport? Because I was listening to the Cam Jordan, the Big Trust podcast, and Cam Jordan was talking about how they're basically the same player, but he did mention how Peyton Turner had that confidence. He just kept talking about the confidence. And the big knock on Marcus Davenport, for his own words, has been the self-doubt and the confidence, stuff like that. I know my dude, Patrick Claiborne, to be like, what is all this? It's like confidence stuff. What is all this? I know he don't like all that. But I'm just saying it does matter.
Oh, it absolutely does.
Hell yeah, it does. So I'm just saying,
it
like,
matters.
what if Peyton Turner is the Marcus Davenport that we wanted?
I mean, I think that
would be some shit. That'd be funny.
It would, like, I don't think they would do this, but if there was a team out there that wanted a defensive end that offered the Saints something decent to trade for 2 firsts, like, it wouldn't be shocking if they trade. Like, would that shock you if the Saints traded Marcus Davenport?
No, it wouldn't shock me at all.
At all, bro. Bro, if they traded him, like, I could imagine, like, the timeline, bro, like, just going back to draft night, just in flames, bro. Just timeline would be in flames.
Just please not the Patriots. Please don't do it. Don't send it to the Patriots. Matter of fact, do it because they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Trade them to the Patriots because the Saints deserve it. They deserve that.
They do, bro. They do. All this, all their fault. So, okay. So for Peyton Turner's question about being better than Marcus Davenport's, I'm gonna say no, only probably because of, like, lack of playing time. But shit, now with the David Oneyamata injury, like, we might see him more inside too. Like, we don't fucking know, bro. Like, we need to. I know it's only 3 preseason games, but this training camp and preseason, and we've said it on this podcast before, is like the 2006, like, all over again, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
We don't know anything, bro. We don't know anything.
Really don't know.
What we do know is that the Saints weren't able to work out a deal with Marcus Williams before the deadline on the 15th of July. It sounded like they were, both trying to work towards a deal, which is a good sign, but the deal didn't happen. So he's going to play out this year under the franchise tag. And that leads to, it's a contract year for Marcus. So for some players, usually it's offensive players, but I mean, we saw it last year with 2 firsts, bro. Like, some years, like, contract season, and players just ball out. Ball out. Kind of harder for a safety to do it just because, like, the nature of the position. But if we get, like, Marcus Williams, like, that his rookie and second season, like, where he was just you still remember the play he made against, like, the Bucks, like, the interception. I don't know if you, or he was like, we need that Marcus back, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean, his eyes was up. I just remember that. I never forget it, man. His eyes was up, looking at the play. Oh man, that was beautiful. Beautiful. We need that. We need that, man. And he's that good of a player, bro. Like, I pull for him, bro. Like, that Minnesota Miracle shit really, like, I pull for the dude, man. Like, I really
speaking back to our earlier argument, confidence, bro.
Confidence, man. That shit.
You don't think something like that, like, affects your confidence maybe the rest of your career?
That's what I'm saying, man. But for him to be at this point already, after all that, is a testament to him, man. Like, he just kept pushing. He wasn't the perfect player coming in. He always has missed tackles. And he's improved, bro. Like, he's improved. It hadn't been like a constant trend line. He's had his ups and downs, but he has improved. He had turned in a really good season last year. So, man, like, I'm surprised that they didn't lock him up. I wouldn't say surprised, but I just thought it just, like, why go through it? Like, why go through the whole franchise tag thing if you're not going to lock him up?
So because then this is what the problem they have now, right? Next offseason, next season, next offseason. So after this upcoming season, you have Marcus due. Marshawn's playing on his 5th year this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll have Lattimore due. You have Teron due, bro.
Teron, man.
And who? Taylor Moton of the Panthers. He got the franchise tag, and they were able to work out a long-term deal with him, who plays right tackle. And those numbers, when I saw that contract, the first thing I tweeted is I quote tweeted whoever reported it, and I put Tehran, and I put that. Oh no, bro. They got
how old Tehran gonna be? Gonna be about what, 31, 30?
31, 32, something, bro.
Man.
So you tweeted it, right? You've said on this podcast, like the salary cap issues that the Saints were in this past offseason, like they don't magically go away next offseason. Like they might even be worse, right? Mm-hmm. So they're looking at Tehran, stud left tackle, plenty of injuries history, but it seems like he's gotten better, but still injury history, older, but when healthy is elite at one of the most important, positions in football. Marshawn Lattimore, legal issue. We didn't even talk about this with David Oneyamata stuff. We don't even know, bro. We don't even know if Marshawn gonna be suspended, bro. We might not have no cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Man. It might be P-Rob and don't back to Debo, bro. Against Aaron Rodgers.
Oh man.
Woo, bro. I'd be hollering because I'll just be here for the laughs, bro. That's it.
Just for the laughs, right?
Just for the laughs, bro. And knowing the Saints, bro, it wouldn't be the most typical game is like the defense plays pretty decently, like better than they should, and like the offense plays okay, and it's like a back and forth game, and then like in the fourth quarter, like it just all just shits the bed, like they give you that hope, like oh shit, we about to
to be the Packers. That's the most Saints thing that would happen. That's the most Saints thing that would happen. And like the defense plays with all effort, and the offense just shits the bed.
Anyway, sorry. So you got Marshawn, immaturity issues, which that's real, right? That is not made up. That's not like that's just a real fact. Immaturity issues, inconsistencies, but at times plays like a top. I don't even know where you want to put him. 7 corner in the league, like his rookie season, that he was like top 5. And then you got Marcus Williams, who it's I said this on Twitter. I was, if you look at where they both started, Marcus and Marshawn, it's kind of crazy that you would easily pay Marcus right now, and with Marshawn, you're like, I don't know.
That is crazy though.
But you got 3 either elite to very good players at their position on the team and in the league, all gonna be due, bro.
It's quite a quandary, bro.
It's a conundrum.
Like, I don't know. That's why I just hope they would at least lock one of those 2 up. I knew Lattimore is going to be a wait and see. Honestly, he might just be gone. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just think at this point, since they didn't, there hadn't even been any really talk of a Marcus Lattimore extension. You know what I'm saying?
Like
I think we've seen
every time, at least through like whether it's Ian Rappaport, whoever, anytime it's brought up, this was before the Ramczyk extension. They always like report it like, how do I word it? Like the Saints want to keep both, and they're working on trying to keep both. I don't know what that means in during those insider talk, bro. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's like they probably have a number where Lattimore's agent is not even like entertaining. It's like they're not even working on a number. Like when they're working on a contract, that means they hit a number that they both agree on, but they're working on the mechanics of it, the guarantees and stuff like that. I don't even think they found a number for Lattimore yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That they agree on. So it's just one of those things. I'm sure the Saints are just waiting to see how this legal thing plays out. And I'm sure they kind of lowballed him a little bit.
I am
due to that.
I am positive that they lowballed it.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's just kind of like it's just playing out. And once you get to off season next year, like Lattimore, say he had just a great season this year, I mean, he just gonna go and find the money, man. Like that dude,
But I mean,
he hadn't shown me any.
So here's the thing.
Right.
Oh, sorry, let me cut you off. Here's the thing. Like, do they? I mean, if he has a great season, right? This season, and Marcus has a great season this season. They've already tagged Marcus once. Like, do they tag Marshawn and keep him one more year that way? But then you're paying him like
you're starting to go for the cheapest. But
at that point, like, who's the cheapest? Would it be Lattimore or would it be Marcus? Because I don't know what the formula is, but like,
I don't know what Marcus. Yeah, I don't know what Marcus' number would be, but I'm assuming it would be cheaper since he's a safety. I know it kind of goes up like 50% or something like that. Right. I don't know exactly what the number would be. I don't see them tagging either of them, man.
Ooh,
I can't see it. Like the Saints tagging a player twice in a row, I just don't see it. They wash their hands before they do that, man. They wash their hands, man. Like, they just move on. Like the architect said, man, there are levels. There are levels we are willing to accept. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see it happening at all. I don't see it at all. So they are either extended or off the team next year. Like, there's no in betweens to me. You know what I'm saying?
So then here's a deeper question. That draft class, that 2017 draft class, that rechanged the Saints' future. That period, that window, if they're both going or one, whatever, like that would, like, isn't that seen as a failure though? Like, it has to be, right?
Oh, you blew it. Like, you don't even have to wait that long. No. Like, they blew that window. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was blown. You had Drew Brees.
The only way that window is, well, Drew wouldn't be a part of it is if somehow they won the Super Bowl this year. That's it.
Right. But that's, that's a long shot. Long shot. But I'm just saying, that window, you had to, look, come on, let's just be real. 2018, that was it?
Yes.
That was it. Maybe 2019. Maybe. But 2018, that was the window.
Was 2019 the Vikings lost in the playoffs?
The Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings.
No, that was not it. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like it's not like they lost that game by a blowout. You know what I'm saying? Like, two things happened differently. Like, did we win that game? You know what I'm saying? Like, right. And who we would have played next? 49ers.
What had it been? I know the Vikings played the 49ers because they were like the lower seed. I don't know who we would.
Yeah, they were the lower seed. I don't know who we played. I think we played Green Bay. We would have played Green Bay.
That's right. Because that's right. Because someone had bought their plane. That's right. Never mind. It's all coming back to me now.
You remember somebody bought the Green Bay. Yeah. So, I mean, who knows? I don't know. You probably would have lost to the Chiefs, most likely. I don't know. But anyway, it's like, but that 2018, Ted Ginn, he just retired. Catch that big lob. Drew Brees. Big long lob.
That cat looking up in the air.
That was hanging, boy. He caught it. Hey, look, people always talk about that. It was a duck and all that, but man, that thing went like 60 yards, bro. Like, from old man Drew Brees. Like, come on, man. He put that thing up there, bro.
He put his life into that throw.
He put everything into it. Like, this is for the win. And it could have been for the win, man, but the refs, we know the story.
That's why I tweeted when I was watching the game for the NBA playoffs, and Devin Booker had his had 5 fouls, and I forget who it was. Chris Middleton, he fouls Chris Middleton twice, bruh. Like, blatant fouls. And, like, there is no call for a foul. The refs swallow the whistle. The Bucks still end up winning the game. So it's not quite the no call situation. But, like, it just, like, was just because then people were, like, was on Twitter talking about it. And I was like, game's the game, bruh. Like, it be like that sometimes.
Game is a game, man.
Game's a game, and that's why, like, and I even tweeted, I was like, this, like, there is too much human error from, and when I said that, I was referring to referees, from too much human error in professional sports for a person to emotionally invest themselves into sports. Like, it's bad enough you don't play. I mean, home field advantage, exists to a degree, but it's bad enough that, like, you as a fan, you don't play a real, like, whoever wins, like whoever decides who wins or losses. But, like, if you have your team who is playing amazing or playing their hearts out or whatever, and that, like, a win is taken away from them just because of a missed call, a blown call, like, I can't do it, bro. Can't do it.
Can't do it, man. That's why that 2018, that was it for me, bro.
Bro. And, like, people were, like, getting on me on Twitter, like, oh, no, you're still invested. No. No, bro. Not.
And, the way the NFL reacted to it, I know they changed the rule.
It was so nonchalant, bro.
It was so nonchalant, you know what I'm saying? And then the reaction from everybody was like, oh, get over it. I was like, it was no different than finding out, players are taking bids for gambling or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the NFL's worst fear, is like finding out players are, like, taking bets and shit like that, from gamblers and shit like that. That's no different to me. It's on the same level where you don't even have faith in the game anymore. You know what I'm saying? When you lose faith, once you lose faith in the rules, it's like, okay, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It don't matter anymore.
Nope.
Like, this shit is rigged. Like, the shit is rigged. You know what I'm saying? And I've never been that type of dude watching football. Like, I've never been that type of dude. I think people always just tell me, like, oh, this NFL is rigged. Barbershop talk. Oh, they're rigging the game. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But, like, after that right there, I'm not saying it's rigged, but I was just like, just too much human error for me, man. Like,
too much, man.
I would not invest all my heart and soul like I used to just for something like that to happen. Nope.
Can't do it, bro.
Not gonna do it.
Can't do it. You brought up the Big Trust podcast that Drew got on the recent episode with Cam and Mark Ingram. I listened to it, thought it was enjoyable. Drew's a funny dude. He's a funny ass dude. What was any takeaways that you?
Drew, man.
Yeah, Drew. But I will say though, like, he said that, the one thing, like, he was still calling, like, the same. He was like, we. It was like, I'm always gonna be saying it's always gonna be we, and, like, that, like, struck me, bro, like, in the heart.
It did, bro. It did. It hit me. It hit me for the feels right there. I was like, yeah, Drew.
But any other takeaways you took away from listening to that podcast, that episode?
Not really. I did find it funny when they were talking about the defenses, and Cam was like, during the sort of Rob Ryan, Spagnola type days, it was more like bend don't break. Like, that was the mantra. Like, bend don't break. Like, that was the defensive mantra, and how they kind of changed over the years or whatever. I did find that interesting. And other than that, it wasn't too much I found crazy. It was cool to hear Drew just kind of laid back.
Yes.
Talking about the team as he's still a part of, but he's not really a part of. So just kind of from a distance or whatever. So it was cool, man. It was cool listening to it. It just sounded like, man, Mark, like, man, bring me home, man. Poor Mark. Mark, like, I need a job. I feel bad for Mark, bro. Like,
Mark, like, there's 4 other running backs on this team, man. Like,
I'm telling you, bro, it's just crazy, right?
Just one of the grossest roster configurations in the just gross, bro. Like, I don't know what the Texans you doing, bro. And I'm pretty sure like people get like, okay, David Johnson, Mark Ingram, Rex Burkhardt, and the Denver running back that I'm forgetting his name right now.
Yeah. Can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name. There's no way they go into the season with those 4 running backs, bro. Like someone like there will be cuts in training camp. Just a gross roster configuration. Speaking of training camp, let's close it out. Training camp starts, I believe, like in 10 days. I know people will report soon. Within 2 weeks. And at that point, things will certainly start picking up in terms of news, reports, training camp observations. We were thinking we were going to have kind of like a quote unquote normal training camp this season. Oh, bro, that Delta variant, maybe not.
I don't know that Delta variant.
Delta variant.
Delta looking like something serious, bro.
Nigga, I got to call the TVA in this bitch. Like, come get this variant.
You tell me, like California, did they order a mask back on indoors?
Yep.
Like, is that not
as of today?
Yeah, man. Like, be on the lookout. It ain't over.
Always something, bro.
It ain't over.
We've been living in hell for 2 years, bro. Fed up, bro.
It's so ridiculous.
I'm fed up.
I'm so tired, dude. I will say I'm in Alabama, and like no one really gives a shit here. So
yeah, I mean, I went to Texas,
but that's scary on its own tip.
Yeah. Oh, hell yes.
So it's like I don't know, man. It's like I don't even know what to do anymore, bro. I just live my life, bro. Stay away from people.
That's it.
And live my life like I do, man.
Man, I went to I had a coworker who got promoted to a supervisor, so she had a drink going away thing on Friday night. It was at this brewery, which was because I don't fucking fuck with beer, but just being there, I was just like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
You start thinking about it a lot, like,
yeah. And keep in mind, like most of us are all social workers, and so we are almost all of us like are vaccinated. But it's not. So it wasn't even about us. It was just about people around us. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Anyway, sorry to bring in current events. Training camp around the corner. Matchups, battles. You just in tune to.
Obviously, the quarterback battle, quote unquote. Want to see how that goes. But Jameis Winston doesn't strike me as a training camp guy. So I could see a lot of, Jameis Winston throws another interception tweets. You know what I'm saying? Like, just prepare yourself for that. Like, Jameis Winston throws 3 interceptions in this training. In this practice. Like, just prepare yourself for that. Because I could just see, and he was like that last year. I know it's a new offense for him, but he just doesn't strike me as a practice player. Put it like that.
Right.
Other than that, man, I just want to see how the young dudes do. You know what I'm saying? I want to see, how Peyton Turner looking. I want to see how, look, we talked all our shit about Pete Werner and all these dudes. I want to see them succeed, man. Like, I want to see them ball out. I want to see Patrick Werner balling out at training camp, making big hits and shit like that. I want all of those dudes to succeed. So I just want to hear good things, man. Like, no real competition. I really don't even see the competition because it's like I feel like everybody has a role on this team. Like, I don't see any roster spots that are just like, oh, we're so packed at this roster spot. What are we gonna do? I feel like this team gotta need everybody, bro. Like,
all hands on deck, bro.
All hands on deck, man. Latavius Murray, like everybody, bro. Like, I need everybody on this thing. I want to see the young with the young wide receiver. He was undrafted. Was he undrafted or a 7th round pick? I can't remember.
Oh, 7th round.
Yeah. 7th round pick. I want to see him, see if he can, develop some little, chemistry with Jameis and shit like that. I want to see health, Devontae Harris. I want to see him healthy. I want to see Mike Thomas. Like, I haven't seen Mike Thomas at all. I want to see how he looks. Have you seen him? Like, he hadn't been there, bro. He ain't been working out with Jameis or nothing. And if you listen to Coach, it sounds like he was still rehabbing that ankle. So, like, for me, training camp is mostly about health, man. Like, that's when you find out the real health of the players.
Right. No, I mean, those are all good, great things to look out for. A big one. I don't know, man. Everyone on Twitter, Elvin Silva, whoever runs fucking Senior Bowl guy, everyone's like, "Oh, look out for Adam Troutman." All right, man. Like, cool. I want to see it, bro.
Show me.
15 catches ain't going. 15 catches ain't enough for me to be like, oh, okay. Like, oh, all right. Like,
I want to see that. I want to see that jerk route one more time. I'm tired of that jerk route. Don't need, bro.
I want a huge like this. Like, we talked about it on the last podcast episode, and then when the picture came out, can the real Zach Bond be unleashed, man? Can they just swallow pride and like not be yes men, whether it's to Jeff Ireland or Sean Payton, and just be like, hey, let's watch his tape again. Oh, he rushed the passer real well. Huh.
There you go.
Maybe he can rush the passer for us. Like,
hey, he's working out with TJ Watt. Let's look at some of TJ Watt and see what he does. Maybe Zach Bond could do some of that too.
Oh wait, why do they make it so hard? They said this man a mic.
Come on, man. Stop it. Play Will linebacker, man. Like, please stop it.
Cause, and I don't know how it, like, here's what I envision, right? If, to me, the Pete Warner selection, like, solidified that he's going to be next to DeMario, bro. Like, I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
He's going to be next to DeMario. Taken in the second round, 60th, like, that's a high draft pick. So why not, if he's going to be next to DeMario, if you're going to put Zach Bond on the field, like, let him rush. Like, let him stand up. Don't try to put his hand in the ground. Let him stand up from a 2-point, a 2-point position and just rush the passer off the edge and be a joker. Like, I don't get it, bro.
I don't know. Even if it's just a passing situation,
I don't know, like, I don't want to, like, make myself to be, like, a football expert, but I know, like, the basics, bro. Like, it makes my head hurt.
Crazy.
And, the true battle, obviously, besides quarterback, is you got Patrick Robinson, you got Don't Back Me, Adebo, and you got Keith Washington, bro. Like, that's the battle right there. Like, if no one else is signed, and I don't know who else they would bring in, like, there's still options out there, obviously, but if no one else is signed, we got.
That's it.
Like, it's not as bad as, like, the BW Webb, Sterling Moore, Harrison twins.
It can get that bad. It can get bad easily, though.
Bro, like, if they announce Marshawn's suspension, yes.
And then you're praying Patrick Robinson stays healthy, which he hasn't been healthy a whole season ever. Like, not one season he's been healthy. Not
he
one.
hasn't been healthy an entire season since we brought him back, bro. Not one.
Since we brought him back and since we drafted him. Like, It's just the facts, bro. Like, he has always been injured, bro. Like, it's unreasonable. And he had that one good season in Philly. Well, I think he was mostly healthy, and that was it. Like, that's why he got paid. Like,
that, and then he had a decent season with the Colts too.
Yeah. Well, he got injured. No, he got injured that season too.
Oh,
I remember. I was tracking. Like, I was tracking him, bro. He got injured. So,
we shall see. We'll, as it gets closer to training camp, when training camp starts, we'll for sure be putting out more content, more episodes. Speaking of which, I'm going to send an email right now to a sports psychologist to see if she will be willing to come on the podcast. And just be ready, Saints fans. That's all I'm going to say, man. Just be ready. We will guide you through the ride. We'll be with you through the ride. Just be prepared to just have fun and laugh and have no expectations going into the season at all. Please don't. Please do not.
I love it.
Like this, I don't ever really get stressed when the Saints play, like watching them play. But this year, upcoming season, I'm going to be so stress-free each game, bro.
Oh, man.
Just relax.
And look, like, enjoy, man. Like, when I told you I was on the End Zone podcast, they had a Tampa Bay Bucks fan on there. Her name was Sammy. And, even she was saying, like, when Jameis is good, it's fun as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And she's a big fan, and she watched him closely over the years. She was like, when you get good Jameis, it's so fun. And I was like, look, that's all we can ask for. Like, and we know that. We've seen him at Florida State. We've seen him with Tampa. He can do some fun things. So that's all I'm kind of looking for, man. Like, what will he do at the end of the season? Who knows? But, like, let's just give me some fun games, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully not too much heartbreak, last second heartbreak type shit. I hate that shit. But, like, just fun, putting up points. Maybe you lose, but we still putting up points type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I don't know. Give it to me, bro. Like, just give me some fun shit, some crazy plays. Like, oh, what the hell? I can't believe we did that. Like, let's just go, man.
That's it, man. Let's just fucking go. And just enjoy the ride. And not take it so seriously. Like, man, I still like. Do you remember Twitter after the Tampa Bay playoff loss, bro?
Ooh, boy, it was Armageddon, man.
Bro, I was like that. I was like the Kermit and Bat meme, and like people was hot.
I mean, my boy, my dude Nick Sachalala, well, I never could say his last name. Nick, man, that boy was hot, boy. Nick was pissed, bro. Hated everybody. Everybody. Drew, Sean Payton, everybody was trash. Man, listen.
It's not that serious, man. It's just football, man. Like
that's it, man. We've been there. I've been there.
Bro, we have.
Yeah.
But we're speaking from people who are on the other side of it now, and we're just like, man, I don't miss feeling that way.
I don't, bro, at all.
Pissed at your coworker, like, and I obviously it's different, like, because you were in it while living in New Orleans, and so like everyone was sad, right? So I'm pretty sure if you went to the office, like the whole office was sad. But like being out here,
everybody.
But being out here, like it's like people like would just bring it up, right? Like, oh man, that was really a tough loss, huh? Like shut up, like that's how I felt. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
You mad at your coworkers? You mad at your spouse? Like everybody got the wrath. Like
everybody.
Like even your kids annoy you a little bit. Like why are you asking me that question right now? Like I don't miss it, Ryan. I really don't. So we gonna have fun. We gonna break down this upcoming training camp. we just gonna go from there, man, and just have no expectation. No, the motto for this season is no expectations, just vibes, bro. Just vibes.
Vibes, man. Vibe with it.
All right, we gonna get out of here. Hope to bring another episode, hopefully this week with the sports psychologist. I'm gonna send an email right now. Hopefully get that set up, make that happen. We appreciate everyone for their support. And we'll see what happened in training camp coming up. Hopefully no injuries. With that, we're out.
Peace.
Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up using code Hawkeye and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, and the best daily promotions in the business. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matters more than ever. Remember to use code Hawkeye and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. Place your money line, prop, or parlay bets with the king of sportsbooks today. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Iowa only. New customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Grainger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.